Warning, this episode of Nerdist Now contains massive spoilers for the Haunting of Bly Manor. Here's everything you need to know about the Haunting of Bly Manor's hidden ghosts. This is Nerdist Now. Netflix's The Haunting of Bly Manor is here at last, and as with The Haunting of Hill House, the first season of Mike Flanagan's Haunting anthology series, this show is packed to the brim with hidden ghosts. Like, lots of them. Like, more than we could even count. That's why I do word stuff and make-em-ups instead of, math or something useful. But the hidden ghosts this season have a little more impact than they did the last time around. We'll get into why that is in just a little bit, but before we do that, here's your last reminder that this video contains massive spoilers for The Haunting of Bly Manor. So if you haven't finished this season yet, turn back now and watch out for any hidden ghost in the hallway on your way out the door.
This way.
Alright, now that the spoiler phobes are out of the way, let's talk about hidden ghosts, shall we? Like we said, there are plenty of them this time around. In fact, eagle-eyed viewers even caught sight of the very first hidden ghost of the season when Netflix revealed an official image of this season's haunted mansion, the titular Bly Manor. Now, if you look closely to the right of the house, you'll see the outline of a plague doctor ghost standing on the grounds of the home. Now that plague doctor turns up an awful lot this season. In the first episode, when Danny goes to fetch a cup of tea, we can see him in the kitchen hallway, his long beak mask poking out of the shadows. In fact, we see him multiple times in the first episode even before this, so what's the deal with this guy? Back in August, Mike Flanagan told Vanity Fair, this season we wanted our hidden ghosts to tell their own story, and very much unlike the first season, they're actually going to be explained. By the end of the season, you're going to know who they are and why they're there. We learn in the season's penultimate episode titled The Romance of Certain Old Clothes, based on the short story of the same name by Henry James, that the ghosts of Bly Manor were actually trapped there because of a woman named Viola. So way back in the 17th century, Viola and her sister Perdita lived in this house. Viola married a wealthy cousin to keep the home and the family. The couple had a daughter, but then she eventually fell ill with tuberculosis. Her illness turned her into a cruel, jealous woman, which pushed her away from Perdita and her family. Now Viola, who was obsessed with fine dresses and luxurious jewelry, had all of her prized belongings locked away in a trunk as an inheritance for her daughter. But Perdita, finally fed up with Viola's antics, choked her sister to death to put them both out of their misery. Perdita then married Viola's husband, and the family fell on hard times. Perdita decided to open Viola's trunk to sell her sister's things, but in doing so, the ghost of Viola, who is trapped inside, jumps out and chokes her sister to death as retribution. Yeah. Suddenly grateful to be an only child. The trunk is thrown in the lake on the house's grounds, and the ghost of Viola then emerges nightly to wander the halls of Bly looking for her daughter. Whoever she encounters on her way is killed and taken under the water with her, their souls forever trapped in Bly. To make matters worse, anyone who dies on the grounds of Bly Manor by other means is also trapped there under Viola's spell, because so powerful is her jealousy even in death. We witness a few of Viola's murders, the first one being that creepy plague doctor, and she also kills a priest and a kid who she mistakes for her daughter. And we also see all of these ghosts and more hidden in the background of various scenes. And thanks to Flora's dollhouse, which contains miniatures of the specters, we have a better idea of where to look for them. They're often spotted in the kitchen hallway and near the staircase. So look over a shoulder during a long static scene, and chances are there's a plague doctor or soldier or priest standing in the shadows. We'll see the ghosts of Peter Quint and Miss Jessel in reflections because they've only been dead a relatively short time. Their faces and memories haven't yet faded like the other ghosts have. Well, yet, anyway. In The Haunting of Hill House, the background ghosts were mostly nameless ghouls with no real impact on the story. They were still trapped in the haunted house by the end of that series. But in Bly Manor, the ghosts are actually set free when Danny lets the Lady of the Lake into her subconscious. And because of Danny's sacrifice, all the ghosts get to move on, and Bly Manor is no longer haunted. It's back to being a perfectly splendid place, as Flora would tell you. Well, for now at least. But tell us, did you catch the hidden ghosts of the plague doctor, the little boy, or anyone else during your watch through of The Haunting of Bly Manor? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and share this video with your friends and tag them in the comments below as well. And until the next time that you're staying up late trying to find what exactly goes bump in the night,
I don't like this game.
make sure that you stay tuned to Nerdist.com.